Hello and welcome to another episode of the Lore Boys. My name is Sir James the Middling. Who else is here?
Ethan.
Sir Pete, the odd, I guess. That's as close as I can get there.
Sir Pete the Odd. All right. Well, this
That's
is
that's a Gur Martin title enough, right? Like, oh, that's Sir Peter the Odd because he's whatever, he was
Ethan.
hit in the head by a horse.
Could be. This is an episode surrounding
Ethan.
a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms lore. Before I scare all you people away who are afraid of spoilers and already looked at the title and didn't click on this, I'm not going to bring up any direct references to the HBO viewing experience. I'm going to give you a little bit of background on what goes around this story, some history from J.R.R. Martin and why this is created, as well as some Game of Thrones history that happens off camera before this series.
And if you're worried about me spoiling anything, I almost just jumped in to correct Jamie and say J.R.R. Tolkien. I was like, no, wait, we are talking about something else.
G.R.R. Martin.
But it's also G.R.R. Martin. I think he said J.
No, he said G.
Did he? I'm going crazy. I was
I
bringing
think
up
so.
the patrons just in case.
I was so ready to say Tolkien that I missed it. But
So this episode was requested by no one, but I think it will be enjoyed by many. If Pete has the patrons, we can go ahead and call out our newest folks who subscribed at patreon.com/loreboys.
Yeah, so shout out to Hunter, our newest patron. Hello and welcome. Thank you.
I hope you never meet an ex-hunter and combine. I don't know if that show's good or not. But... Hunter x Hunter? No?
Oh.
I've never actually
It's
watched
the wrong
it.
show to be referencing animes. I know what the title is, but that's because my roommate used to watch it, but I've never seen that.
I've watched at least one full anime, start to finish, and I've never watched a full series of Game of Thrones. Now they have 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's true.
This might be a good one for you to pick up because you don't really need to know the other ones. And it's a lot less serious than the other ones. You guys know anything about A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms so far?
Nope.
Silly. The 7 Kingdoms are silly. No, literally nothing.
Yeah. I saw some major spoilers for the 5th episode because everything has gone viral. So all my shorts, all my reels, when I was doom scrolling on X, the Everything app, everything is just spoilers from the 5th episode. Looks fucking awesome, and I'm really excited to start watching it. My girlfriend has Crave, so I can actually watch it legit. Problem is my PS3 does not have the Crave app. I can't watch it at home.
Yeah,
she's not interested, so I still have to probably steal it.
That's Canadian HBO for all of you out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the that. Hey, you put some fucking respect on Crave's name. That is the production
Bell
company
Media
that produced. That is the production company that produced the hit series Heated Rivalries. Okay,
Yes.
or Heated Rivalry. All right, so
and also
Crave
Shorzy.
Is that the
And
gay
Shorzy.
hockey thing?
Yes, and Shorzy is the straight hockey thing. They've made both the gayest and straightest hockey shows of all time with government money. God bless Mark's Carnage. Thank you.
Go back, Jamie, and listen to the bonus episode that Pete and I did without you recently, because I open with a great stand-up joke for when you can have it for your stand-up routine when you start performing.
When you go back to the mothership.
I surely will. I can't. The first thing I do when I finish this is I'll go listen to it.
Yeah, Crave is Max or HBO Max, whatever the fuck it's called now, because they change the name every 3 or 4 months. But it's like fused in with Bell Media, so you can also get like Grey's Anatomy as well. So it's a great mix.
This is not super useful for most listeners. You guys can get it on HBO for as the most part. But what do you got? So do you know anything about the story? You know anything about the characters at all?
Pete mentioned seeing spoilers. Like, I haven't seen a single frame. Like, I've seen the pictures that you posted in this chat, and that's all you've said it a few times. I couldn't tell you what the name of the show was. I haven't been paying that much attention.
A Knight of
I know the
Seven...
name Sir Duncan the Tall because it is in Game of Thrones. He is referenced as being a very cool guy. The actor looks like a cool, like, very nice man. He looks a lot kind of like Henry from Kingdom Come Deliverance. He's a very, like, doughy, good old boy, like, shepherd. Like, he looks like the son of a farmer, basically. So he's really well cast. And that's it. And then I saw a bunch of fucking spoilers. So he seems like a cool dude. That's all I know. So nothing else. Yeah.
So Duncan,
He
Sir
has a
Duncan.
weird little bald boy that he travels with. He travels around with Caillou, who is also on Crave, for the record, which is not going to be useful to our American listeners.
Sir Duncan the Tall. This like series is written by George R. R. Martin. It's a novella called Hedge Knight, and it focuses on Sir Duncan the Tall and his squire, Egg. And Egg is the little bald boy. Sir Duncan Tall is a very big guy. And you're mentioning his casting. He's played by Peter Claffey, who is an Irish professional rugby player who transitioned to acting.
Good for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
6'4".
he's certainly got the build for it. He's a brick shit house.
Giant. He's meant to be like over 7 feet tall in the lore. And they do a good job of like making it look like he's even taller than 6'4", although he's
Getting
already
apple boxes under him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his little bald companion is actually Tom Cruise, who it's for once is not standing on an apple box. As a short king, I can say that. Also, like,
Hey, I'm allowed to make fun of Tom Cruise. Fuck you.
yeah, can't cancel me. One of the things I've noticed about like very tall actors is it's hard to find a guy who's like sufficiently tall and also broad, because they hired an actual 7-foot dude for Alien Romulus. He's like this gross monster thing. But the dude's like $125 soaking wet and like 7'2".
He's not. He weighs more. He weighs a lot. He just looks thin, right? Like he actually does weigh a lot. But yeah, they stretched him out. What can you
How
do?
heavy could a skeleton be?
That's why I weigh 500 pounds, because I'm taller than you guys.
Yep.
You could be, for all I know.
Yeah. I went with Sir James the Middling on the opening one, hoping that we would have got short and tall there, but we got odd, so that's okay. We'll
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
we were
I thought
talking
you were
about
going
a
with
tall
your-
guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I went with the Hodor joke.
I thought you were going with the last initial.
So
Oh, that's why you said the odd.
I've watched
Easter Ethan the penis.
very good. Ethan the penis.
Yes.
So at time of listening, if you do become interested in A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms lore, the entire show will be out for you by the time this is out. At time of recording,
Oh, it's a miniseries? Or are you saying the entire season?
the entire season will be out. Sorry, not the entire show. The entire season.
I got
will-
excited. I was like, I might actually watch it if it was just the one season.
If it fucking ends, yeah.
It's quite short. There's only 6 episodes, half an hour apiece. So it's
Ooh,
pretty
that is
easy.
nice.
I'm so much more excited. Are you fucking kidding me? It's
That's
it's
just a
3
movie.
hours for the whole season.
Yeah,
Bro.
'cause the source material is only a 100-page novella, and they didn't want to
Which only
go.
took George R. R. Martin 13 years to write. I'll have you know, right?
He actually wrote it quite fast. We'll cover the story of how fast he wrote it soon. The already with 5 episodes, it fucking rules. I'm sure they're gonna tie it up great with the 6th episode. We have source material for 2 more seasons already, and they're committing to it. Like I think HBO has
Thank
a
God,
third.
we know exactly when it's gonna get fucking bad, so you can just quit after that 3rd season.
Yeah.
Thank good.
I think HBO has like a 30-year Game of Thrones plan. So whether or not that stays good for that long, right now it's hot.
The gods see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've just got like George R. R. Martin like in the tree, like centuries old at this point, like from like the 3-eyed raven is stuck in Game of Thrones.
We'll be talking about the 3-eyed raven today too, actually. He plays into a little bit of the pre-lore to this episode. So yeah, like I said, it's not as serious. They take moments that could be heavy and add humor. Like without going into the show, like in the very first episode, it's something pretty heavy, and they take the pressure off immediately. I'll be honest, like right at first, I'm like, I don't know if I have another Game of Thrones show in me. Like I really liked House of Dragon. Okay, I really like Game of Thrones. Am I gonna even like these characters? And the first episode, I'm like, nah, I don't know. By the end of episode 2, we just watched every episode that was available on.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. For Valentine's Day, we both ordered something to the house. We were sick, so we just wanted to stay in. We're like, okay, don't tell the other person, and we'll both order a meal, and we'll just share both of them. and then we watched
Oh,
all.
okay.
2 rotisserie chickens, no
Yeah.
condiments.
I
No
got
plates, just the bag, please.
I got Greek, she got Italian, and you know what? It all worked out fine.
Oh, nice.
They
Okay.
hate each other.
Yep.
Wow.
Did
Yeah.
we? I got no ops.
I don't know. I assume so.
So, you know, like in Game of Thrones and House of Dragons, it's a lot of following the royalty around for a power struggle, right? It's like, why?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so this guy, well, no, actually, he's a bastard, so he shouldn't actually be this. But no, his dad is actually was fucked by a dragon, so he's actually gonna be the king. And no, well, they support these guys, but these guys support these guys. They take it right down to earth with this. You follow 2 guys, and it's a lot more of the common people. The title of the novella is Hedge Knight, and a hedge knight is just a knight who does not own land. He sleeps under a hedge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good for him.
We'll get more into hedge knights a little bit later. But the first story, Hedge Knight, revolves around a tournament for knights. Jousting, drinking, eating, a bunch of knights and a bunch of poor people having a good time. And how fun is it? And that's season 1 of the show is pretty much what you'll get.
I like that a 9th century tailgate must be just a fucking rip-roaring good time.
Stink.
I
So,
mean, yeah. It was drink till you're blind times, right?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Yeah. Still kind of is. I think the Juggalos carry on that legacy just fine now, right?
the expression comes from and why I assume this was the case back then was because proofing alcohol was probably less precise back then, but it comes from the Navy when people on the ship would brew like illegal or
Moonshine.
alcohol is the word, yeah, moonshine, I guess, on the ship. And if you don't boil off the methanol properly in the stilling process, that does make you go blind. So it was
Jesus.
like Navy men were going blind because they were not proofing their alcohol enough.
Damn.
The secret moonshine still on a boat is crazy. That's
Right.
That's next level.
There's a will.
Like,
There's a way.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I included the Song of Ice and Fire universe timeline for each of the HBO shows or Crave shows if you're in Canada in the chat
Thank
for
you.
you guys. It starts in 101 to 131 AC, and then it jumps ahead 80 years before Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. So we have House of Dragon, which is Incestuous Targaryens, the show. Then we have Knight of Seven Kingdoms, tall guy, short guy, play around in the mud with the poor people. And then another 100 years or 90 years until we get to Game of Thrones season 1. So it's
Okay.
pretty much a century between each of them, give or take.
Cool. And we do have a primer episode about the Targaryens because I was very into House of the Dragon. And we did an episode about that like a year or so ago if you need a primer on everything, frankly.
So George
Sure,
R.
I got all my Game of Thrones lore, dear listener. So if it's good enough for me, it's good enough for you. Enjoy your slop.
George R. Martin wrote The Hedge Knight in 1998. So this is a long time ago he wrote this. At the request
okay.
of editor Robert Silverberg, he was writing something called the Legends Fantasy Anthology, which required an original story set within a previously established universe. So you had to write something within your universe, but not just give a piece of your book. It had to be like a side story, right?
I really like that. That's very cool.
Uh,
It's like when Ethan was asking, like, when we did our episode about my comic, and he was like grilling me on questions for the expanded world. That's a really cool writing challenge that, like,
Gun to your fucking head. Who worships the
gonna
current?
do? Yeah.
Who worships the current? Is there a church? Who fucking leads it? Is there a current pope?
Probably.
George
That's
R.
really cool, though. I like that.
Yeah, he desperately wanted to be on this anthology. I included it in Discord. Ethan, if you wanted to be the one to reveal it, because I feel like you'll be the one who have read the most of these authors, because there's some hard fucking hitters on this anthology, and he wanted to be in this group of people.
Okay, we've got Stephen King, The Little Sisters of Illyria, as part of the Dark Tower universe. We have Terry Goodkind, Dead of Bones, as part of the Sword of Truth universe. Orson Scott Card, who wrote Ender's Game, I believe.
Ender's Game, yeah.
Who wrote Grinning Man as part of the Tales of Alvin Maker universe. Don't know what that is. Robert Silverberg, The Seventh Shrine, as part of the Madripoor universe. Don't know Robert Silverberg. I'm reading Le Guin right now, Ursula K. Le Guin. Dragonfly as part of the Earthsea universe. I'm not reading something from Earthsea. I'm reading The Left Hand of Darkness right now. Raymond Feist was maybe the first adult fantasy author I ever read. Adult makes it sound salacious. I mean, not young adult fantasy, but not Harry Potter, I guess. Raymond Feist, The Wood Boy, as part of the Rift War cycle. Terry Pratchett, The Sea and Little Fishes, as part of Discworld. George R. R. Martin, The Hedge Knight, of this episode fame. Tad Williams, sounds like a country singer. The Burning Man, Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn universe. Not sure. Anne McCaffrey, runner of Pern, of the Dragon Riders of Pern universe, and then Robert Jordan New Spring as part of the Wheel of Time universe.
So
Thank God this isn't a two-man, Jamie, because the only author I knew out of that was Wheel of Time. Stephen King. I know who that is. That's
yeah,
all.
sure.
I
Okay,
recognize
and
a
without
lot.
looking, Peter, do you know who wrote the Wheel of Time?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Robert Jordan.
I
Yeah.
did just say it.
Yeah.
I know you just said it. I clicked away and immediately forgot.
Yeah. Anyways, these are some big names in the
Read
fantasy
it like
space.
20 years ago.
Like to be involved in this like grouping of people is like a pretty big achievement, right? So George R. R. Martin wanted to be a part of this.
When did the first Game of Thrones, like the Game of Thrones book, had already come out at this point?
Thank you,
It's
Ethan.
from the 90s.
Thank you,
yeah.
Ethan. That's my
You're
very next
welcome.
point. I watched an interview on this yesterday, and George R. R. Martin was working on a Clash of Kings at this time, but when he was meant to write this novella, which is the second book of the Song of Ice and Fire series after Game of Thrones in 1996. So only the
Is that
first
the game with like the cartoon caveman who like knocks down your village?
yeah, Clash of Kings. Yes, it is. Yeah,
It's the fake game that they show on my YouTube Shorts, right?
yeah, the Hog
Yes.
Man
Clash of
and
Kings.
the dragon.
Mhm.
But anyways, he only had a single book of the Game of Thrones series out, and he was, as he always is, meant to put out another book. Clash of Kings did come out only 2 years later in 1998, but in the middle there, he wrote A Hedge Knight in 1997. He wasn't originally approved to be on this collection, but he's like, come on, please put me in. They're like, George, can you write something for December 31st? He's like, yes, I'll do it. I'll be there on time. I will do it.
He calls back. There's like 8 missed calls from George R. R. Martin, and it's just like, hey, just clarifying what year. Hey,
Yeah.
circle back. What year are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Hey, J-Man. What year?
It must have been 1996 because it was published in 1997, and I doubt they have that kind of turnaround time at the bookstore.
Yeah.
Where
No shit.
Yeah. So at 11:59 p.m. on December 31st, he turns in Hedge Knight, which is about 100 pages novella on Sir Duncan and Egg, who are the main characters for our show, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Apparently there was others that were also on the deadline, but that's from the mouth of George R. R. Martin. I watched in an interview, like this story on how he turned in at the very last minute. There's only meant to be 10 authors, a grouping of 10 authors, but they did not think that George would get it done in time. So there are 11 authors on this book because he actually got it in on time.
Yeah. That is funny that his like output has always been just he's just the flip side, the reverse side of the coin to Stephen King, who
To
will
Stephen
do
King,
a kilogram of cocaine and write, like 10 full
books.
novels. 10 full novels in 8 months.
Yeah.
So apparently some of the parts that he's having a problem with right now is something within King's Landing, which is the main town. So first off, he's writing Winds of Winter, which he's been writing since 2011. It is 2026. It's been 15 years he's been working on this. It's supposed to be about 1,500 pages, and it's going to wrap up a lot of storylines. So Sam Tarley hasn't been mentioned since like 2005 or something like that in the actual books.
Okay.
So they're like, how do they wrap that up? We have Brienne and Jamie, the big tall girl, and the guy with the golden hand. How they kind of had a weird love thing going on. How are they going to wrap that up? And apparently there's something called it starts with an M, a something not is what they called it in the video essay I was listening to. But it's basically when you have an event going on with multiple points of view. So he has to clean up what happens in King's Landing from while 10 different characters are looking at it. And he can't quite wrap his head around how to do that elegantly.
He's obviously very talented. I do make fun of him
Yeah.
because it has been 15 years and he has worked on seemingly every other thing on Earth other than this book. There's got to be a crazy amount of pressure now that they wrapped the show. And overall, people were pretty down on it, myself included. I don't think the show is worth watching at all, frankly, anymore because of the way it ends. He knows people hate the ending. So I'm sure if he had even like one idea that accidentally got put in the show, he's just like, oh fuck, like what the
Yeah,
what do I do?
imagine he's gonna shadow drop it like the week after the show came out
Yeah.
or something. He sees the reception. He's like, I gotta go back to the drawing board, man. None of this works.
His intention is to finish. Well, Winds of Winter and then pick up on Sir Duncan. So the next thing he writes after this, if he finishes this, will be the next novella for Sir Duncan, which will give us season 4 for A Night of Seven Kingdoms. We're still in season 1. We don't have to worry about it just yet.
Yeah,
But-
cool. Yeah, we're still in season 1. Our author is 77. So
It's crazy how much influence he's had too. Like Ethan and I both read. Ethan has finished The Expanse. I'm just about done it, and both the dual authors for The Expanse were both like writing assistants for George R.R. Martin and like got his coffee and all this stuff, and
cool.
and now they're big sci-fi writers, right? And
Yeah.
have a George R.R. Martin quote on the front of every one of those books. So yeah, he pumps this thing out. He gets it in right on the deadline, and the result of this is the story of season 1 of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and it's quite charming. He wanted to explore Westeros in a more intimate prequel, focused on chivalry, jousting, the common folk. He really loves the pageantry and like revelry of like medieval tournaments, all the colors, just like the fun of a medieval tournament, right?
Mhm.
Eating a turkey leg, getting drunk, watching
Yeah.
people smash jousting sticks into each other's faces. Like, let's
Yeah.
fucking go.
Mhm.
Yeah. I find the show
a s-
Oren
a
goes
snake-
to a giant.
A snake
Yeah.
who's an advisor to the king sees that you're actually Robin Hood in disguise and about to win the archery tournament, so you stuff him into a barrel of beer and he comes out all drunk, hiccuping big beer bubbles. You know,
Uh-huh. It happened.
oodle lolly.
I've committed that entire film to memory, dude. I absolutely love it. I've said this on the show before. An expression I still use when I get a little flustered or confused is "Who's driving this flying umbrella?" Which is when Little John is like stuck in a stampede, trapped inside a circus tent.
So some references in Game of Thrones to Sir Duncan. In season 4, episode 2, The Lion and the Rose, King Joffrey, that annoying little blonde-haired shit that is just so cruel. He's looking through the Kingsguard White Book. So it's like a book that chronicles all of the Kingsguard and the great things they've done for the kingdom. And he's going through page by page. He goes, Sir Duncan the Tall. 4 pages for Sir Duncan. Must have been quite the man. Because he's a little shit, but he actually was quite a man. And he has done a lot. Even though he came from absolutely nothing. He was dirt poor.
That scene in that episode just implanted his name in my head is the only place I recognize it from. Like a season of TV I watched like 8 years ago.
Yep.
It's like, oh yeah, I recognize the name of this dude.
I think Old Nan, I don't know, now AI is so good that I saw this, but I couldn't re-find the clip afterwards. But I saw Old Nan, who's the old lady who sits over Bran, the kid who gets pushed out the window. He's like sitting in
Yeah.
bed and she reads him stories. She's like, Bran, would you like to hear another tale about Sir Duncan? They're always your favorite. And he's like, shut up, Grandma. I just want to hang out and beat my unfeeling dick.
under my furs, Grandma.
Yeah.
Face the wall.
Yeah. So I have a few more topics to cover. I want to chat about the first Blackfire Rebellion because it'll really set the scene for what's going on, like geopolitically and stuff within the space of Sir Duncan's story. The origins of Sir Duncan, so where he came from, and a little bit more. And Pete and I were talking a little bit off the break, and he's like, what makes this stuff good? And it really is George R.R. Martin. And it's not the dragons, it's not everything. And it's important to note
I think
that
it's all the brother and sister fucking.
yeah,
That's just me though. That's just me. All right.
And they did keep that like afterwards. They were just like, okay, George, how do we end it? and it's just like the incest couple has to be crushed to death together.
There's so much of that, and that's okay. I'll complain a little bit. I'll complain soon. I won't complain yet. But, yeah.
Hey, wait. Is he going to complain about the rush ending? Is he going to complain about people getting crushed, or is he going to complain about brothers and sisters fucking? Huh?
A little bit of
Write
all
in, text in now.
What's the
To
free
whatever we
space
said.
on the bingo card?
By the time we have this story, there are no dragons left in the world. The brother sister fuckers have gone and killed all their dragons in the Dance of Dragons, which is like the grand finale of House of Dragons, right?
Okay.
That's why there's no dragons in Game of Thrones until Dany hatches those 3, and it's like, oh shit, there's dragons in the world again, right?
Right. Okay.
So this is there's no nukes right now. Like the most that could happen is you get hit by a stray arrow, or you fight honorably, like sword to sword kind of thing. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So there's no reason to fuck my sister now? Is that what you're saying?
Well, this is George R. R. Martin, so we're about to get into the Blackfire First Rebellion, and this whole rebellion is born upon fucking brothers, sisters, and cousins. So
Hell yeah.
oh, cousins are in on it too now, eh?
yes.
Okay.
They
So-
can watch.
Yeah, to set the stage for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, we should cover a war that started or took place 15 years before the show starts, and it sets the tone for the political landscape. And it all starts with a king who loved sleeping with strangers and family alike. So we have King Aegon IV Targaryen, known as Aegon the Unworthy, and he had a ton of illegitimate children. He was, in his younger years, he was like kind of attractive and good at fighting, but other than that, he was a shit king. Like he just gave into every vice that he had. And when he was about to die, the coward legitimized every single one of his bastards, just throwing the. But if he never did this, if he just died like drunk and happy, then he would have saved like thousands and thousands and thousands of lives. The Blackfire Rebellion will have 5 main like agreed upon stages. Some people say there's 7 Blackfire Rebellions, and it all traces back to this guy right before he dies saying, actually, all my kids are my kids, and they all deserve the throne kind of thing. And it fucked everything.
Hell, you're my kid now. You deserve the throne. Huh? Look,
Yeah.
there's more kids. Bring them in. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm adopted.
So one of them, named Daemon Blackfire, gets given the ancestral Valyrian steel sword Blackfire, a symbol of Targaryen kingship. It's really Daemon Rivers is his real name. If you remember Jon Snow,
Yeah.
Snow is just what you give to a bastard from the last name from the north. Rivers is just what you give a bastard from this area.
Joan.
Yeah.
Right.
Joan the bastard
Yeah.
Rivers. Yeah. So there's if I really dug into this, we could follow a bunch of different bastards, a bunch of different
Let's do it.
Targaryens
Go ahead, Jamie.
that
The room is yours.
all have the same reason why I really didn't enjoy Elden Ring in terms
everybody is going to be Blackfire, Rackfire, Grackfire, and whatnot, right? Like, yeah, okay.
there's an
Fair
Aegon in House of Dragon. There's an Aegon in Blackfire Rebellion before this.
Oh,
There
yeah.
will be an Aegon within Night of the Seven Kingdoms. There will be an Aegon within Game of Thrones. And it's like, I know they're all Targaryens, but that's why they have their last names for us to know that they're all Targaryens. They don't have to all have the same first name, too. You know?
It is like, so this is I'll agree that this is a fault in writing where you look at the real world and you say that's how it works in the real world. Like every king is named George, you know, where that's
Yeah.
like Louis
Yeah.
Louis went up to the 16th before they cut his head off, right? And it's like, yeah, but you're writing a book and you
That was a
don't have to do
cause,
that.
right? That's
don't
why
have-
they did the
Yeah.
French Revolution. They were like,
Yeah.
there's too many Louis.
Yeah.
It
No,
had
it's
these-
too many Louis.
It had to be
No,
stopped.
15 was a bit much, but 16, on ne fait pas ça.
Yeah. And I love this guy's world. Like, I love being in George R. R. Martin's world, but I just hate the naming conventions. Sometimes in like House of Dragon, I've been watching something for at this point 8 hours, and I'm like, wait, what's that guy's name again? It's too close to the other guy's name, you know?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
that
It's,
I don't.
It's realism to a fault. You don't need that much realism in your fiction. Make it's a drama. Make it work like a drama. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyways, Daemon, and also there's a Daemon in House of Dragons, Blackfire, and there is a Daemon in fucking Night of the Seven Kingdoms. There's a Daemon in every one of them. I'm pretty sure there is in Game of Thrones too. So
Jamie is getting into the like the Westeros fiction, right? He's like, man, all these shows are so good, but it will drive him insane. Right? Like this is the thing. I was also imagining, Jamie, if like the three of us were doing the medieval equivalent of a podcast, we were just like three monks, and you were like, and we were the only three guys in our village who could fucking read and write, and you're sitting there like transcribing things. You're just like, there's so many fucking Daemons.
yeah.
I don't understand. Everybody's fucking Daemon.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And it's like they all have the same names, and then they all fuck each other too. So it's like now I don't even know what your name is, and now I got to figure out your relation. It's like, okay, Aegon is Daemon the Third's brother cousin to Aegon the Fourth, who's, anyways, it just gets so. I boiled it down to two main guys because I think that's the two guys who are important for our story, and that will set the. It's all you really need to know.
You kind of vilified the brother and sister fucking, but I really think the naming convention is what you're taking umbrage with here. Don't throw brother and sister fucking under the bus for this, man. Okay.
Why does it always have to keep happening too? It's like every single time. What
I mean that is also realism, I think, where a lot of royal lines in history have been inbred. But that is one that I think is fine for your drama because it does lend something to the narrative where like it creates these stakes and it creates these issues, right, with succession. The naming convention adds nothing other than confusion.
Yeah. I'm not gonna spoil the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, but there is one really good quote where they're referring to the Targaryens, and they're like, "They're incestuous aliens, Duncan," which very, very true. So we have Daemon.
You wiping your face after talking about the names. You get so riled.
Because I want to tell this story, and it's like, oh my god, dude! Like I was cooking eggs, just like trying to listen to the Blackfire Rebellion videos. Yeah, egg. There we go. Oh, you named it after my goddamn meal. Yeah.
Just like whip him at the wall. You're like, fuck.
Oh. Anyways. So we have.
Were you listening to Alt Shift X and like trying to cook, and then like walking back over to your fucking phone to move it back 10 seconds to see who the fuck he's talking about?
Not wrong. Not so far off. I've listened to a lot of videos on the Blackfire Rebellion because it is really big, but we're only focusing on the first leg of the Blackfire Rebellion.
Okay.
Daemon Blackfire is given an ancestral Valyrian sword named Blackfire. It's a symbol of Targaryen kingship. But the throne is legally passed to Aegon's trueborn son, Daeron II Targaryen. I included photos for you guys there. You can see Daemon with the sword, and you can see Daeron, who's he's a little bit more measly. He's not as much of a warrior compared to Daemon.
Even big foreheads. That's incest, baby. You can see it. It's right there.
Even the two like big guys in the story to kick this off have one letter separating their names from each other. It's just wild. But
anyway. Aegon sounds like egg on your face. So,
yeah. Ethan, if you watch the show, it sounds like you know something we don't. Yeah. So Daeron. So we have Daeron II. He's meant to have the throne. So he gets given the crown. But he's resented by a lot of people because he brings Dorne into the Seven Kingdoms, which is fantasy Middle East.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? So he
brings where the sexy, swarthy fellas come from. Their bastard name is Sand, but that's where like Pedro Pascal of everything fame. He's the Dornish guy in the main series.
Yeah. Exactly. They all love to just drink wine and fuck, and they have a great time out there in the desert. So he has
two great things.
Yeah, he has like more. He's trying to make the kingdom a better place by instilling peace, opening trade between Dorne, bringing them in. It's not a bad thing, right? But Daemon Blackfire, he's attractive. He's got the sword. He fights real good. He doesn't bring the Middle Eastern guys in. He fights real good. So a lot of these medieval people stand behind Daemon, right?
Okay.
So now we have a divide in the kingdom. Is Daeron the actual guy who should be leading, and then Daemon, who's the underdog, who's looks like a better leader to a lot of people who have never left their farm for a day in their life, right?
Right. Okay.
Interesting
So
enough,
you're pro Damon. Is that what that's the vibe I'm picking up?
I
You think Damon should lead? 'Cause he's
I
got a sword.
think all Targaryens should not be ruling. And they're always
You're a Baratheon guy, eh? Way up in the future now.
they're I'd take Baratheon over Targaryens. Targaryens have a history of ruling the most and just abusing power and then getting incestuous enough that they go mad. And that just seems to be the cycle for Targaryens. There's a couple good ones, but for the most part, they don't seem fit to be leaders.
That's cool.
Gives new meaning to the expression "fucking my sister crazy style." Hmm?
That old
You
rag.
guys know that expression, right? You
Little
guys know that?
chestnut.
Yeah.
Oh, don't leave me hanging out here. You guys know that one, right?
That used to be on a license plate. I remember seeing it back in the 90s.
Yeah, it was the right next to the coexist bumper sticker.
Yeah. So another one of these bastards is named Brynden Rivers, and
Okay,
he will
easier.
actually become the leader of the Night Watch, which is the people who watch the wall up north. You know, winter's coming, yada yada. He'll become the leader of the Night Watch, and then eventually become the Blood Raven or the Three-Eyed Raven, which is the
Whoa.
future-telling magic guy. And he's one of the bastards.
It's a guy?
Yeah, he gets grown into a tree.
Oh. And the three-eyed raven is the tree?
No, it's him.
The Thread Raven is like the way he communicates with people like off-site because he's very much stuck in a tree.
He is the Three-Eyed Raven. He is the Three-Eyed Raven. Like, he
Who's
uses
the tree then? Sorry, I missed that.
He is the tree. He's in the tree, and he is the
Both.
Three-Eyed Raven. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
He's
what
a
I
guy
thought.
inside
Yeah.
a tree, and he sends out ravens, and you can see a three-eyed raven in your dreams or something, and that's why they think they call him that.
You see a lot of stuff in dreams whenever, like in House of Dragon, it's a big thing. If you sleep in a weirwood bed, which is like
Yes.
the tree of the ancient gods, you can have dreams that get all mixed up with the ancient gods and stuff, and that's a whole storyline
Yeah.
within.
Matt Smith is very much like staying in a spooky bed and going fucking crazy for like all of season 2 of House of the Dragon.
Yeah. So, to keep it simple, so that actually, I guess while we're talking about references to Game of Thrones and how it plays into this, so one of the bastards, this like debaucherous king, one of his bastards becomes a really big character in terms of the future of Game of Thrones. Brienne of Tarth, so the real big blonde bitch,
Tall lady.
Yeah.
is theorized
Mhm.
to be an heir of Sir Duncan the Tall. So
Okay.
Sir Duncan the Tall, the main character of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms lore, who's like an amazing fighter, or will eventually be, I guess. I don't know. I don't know that much about it yet. But Brienne of Tarth is in like top 10 fighters of Game of Thrones time and can beat I
Yes,
think
yeah.
I watched a rating and she was like 5 out of 10. She could beat a lot of the best people fighting.
I think she loses like a single fight in the entire series. Even though when she fights against the Hound, they kind of kick the piss out of each other, she does still win because he falls off a mountain.
Yes. I mean, I see the similarities, right? Where not just tall, obviously tall, but not just tall. Where like Duncan is a hedge mage. I say hedge mage
Hedge
because
knight.
hedge wizard is a thing. and
You
I keep
almost said
thinking
I
that-
heard hedge maze. I was like,
He's a hedge maze. Yeah.
He's a Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
yeah.
Duncan is a hedge knight, which means he just is without. He has a title or has the title of knight but no home. Whereas Brienne of Tarth for a long time has a home but has no title, right? And she's looking. She wants to become a knight. Is like the whole thing in the first 3 seasons. Is she's just looking for someone a knighter. And I think it's Jaime Lannister who eventually does, right? But
It is, yeah.
Sir
there's
Duncan
parallel there.
is like probably like moral wise so much like Brienne, because Sir Duncan in the show, without ruining it, is just like the type of guy, if he sees something wrong, he gets involved. He protects the weak. He follows the knight's code, because he's never been a guy who has a bunch of money who could just sit on his laurels. He came from nothing, and he really respects what it is to be a knight. And you think of Brienne within Game of Thrones, she was taking the oath that he gave to Lady Stark to protect her children to way past Lady Stark was dead. She was still protecting her children, right? Like, so they're both very, very honorable people, and you
Very
can see
noble.
very noble. It's cool.
But no nobility.
Yeah. To become
No
a knight,
maidens?
how do you become a knight? You have to be knighted, right?
Knighted?
Yeah.
So the ways to become a knight in the show is you have to be knighted by another knight. And one knight could just be a knight. He could be like, $30, come on through. I'll knight everyone who comes on through. But
Okay.
Get your knightings. Knightings here. I got my knighting stick out.
It's your indulgences. You're just paying for it.
so that's why you have some people who are like actually landowning knights who have a history in a noble family, and some hedge knights who just
Hedge knights.
got the title, and they'll usually fight. Like if there's two big houses, like for example the Blackfire Rebellion fighting against the Targaryens, some of these hedge knights will take sides and fight for each side, but they don't have a home to go home to for the most part.
I love the idea at the festival. There's like the kissing booth, and then right next to it the knighting booth, and like the accidents that would happen at the knighting booth as somebody leans in for a peck, right?
Chop my
And
lips
I
off.
dub thee Sir One Eye.
So yeah, we have the two forces, the Blackfire Rebellion. We have Daemon Blackfire, and then Daeron Targaryen. So a little bit later in 196 AC, Daemon Blackfire just declares himself king. He's, you know what? I'm a
Wait,
bastard.
you can do
Well, till someone stops you, I guess.
that? I'm king. I'm king.
Right?
I'm
I'm
king.
king of the lore boys. Hey, fuck you. What the hell? You can't do that if I did it. Wait, Jamie, keep reading. Can he
What's
do
gonna
that if I
stop
did
you?
it?
Well, this is it. Now, depending on who I back, we're gonna have a better chance of beating the other guy, and that's kind of what happens
True.
here.
True.
is-
True.
Unless you also declared yourself king, in which case we'd all be equal. Hmm?
Yeah. Well,
Despite having your mother's accordion, Jamie, Ethan is legally on the throne, but you've got the accordion and the jean jacket making you cooler,
then
right?
very true. It's very true. So
I'm on the accordion team, for the record.
Team accordion.
Yeah, 100%.
So we actually have a lot of powerful houses backing Daemon Blackfire, because a lot of people honestly just don't like Targaryens, and then as well as don't like fantasy Middle East, as well as just have their own motives that it's like, well, if we overthrow this king and I have the ear of the new king, then I can make some shit happen within the kingdom. So
Yeah.
a lot of houses back Blackfire, and Blackfire puts up his own banner, which is just an inversion of the Targaryen banner. Instead of a red dragon with a black background, it's a
It's a
black
sister fucking
dragon.
her brother, opposed to the other way around.
It's a
Yeah.
black dragon with a red
Fascinating, which is
background.
different. Okay.
This all leads to the Battle of Redgrass Field, where the rebelling leader, Daemon Blackfire, and two of his sons were killed. Daemon Blackfire actually gets killed by Brendan Rivers, the guy who would eventually become the Three-Eyed Raven, and he actually
Okay,
used
cool.
a weirwood bow and killed Daemon Blackfire.
Cool.
So this was the end of the Blackfire Rebellion for now, but a lot of the Blackfires would go to Essos, and this would be a reoccurring thing. And what I hate about this is like just more Targaryen bullshit, man. It's literally the bastards of Targaryens fighting Targaryens for the throne. And then you have all these other families who are just getting caught up and dying for it. And it's just more Targaryen bullshit.
Wait
I
until
mean,
you
it is
hear
more
about real
realism.
wars, Jamie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait till you hear
like,
about why
World War
any
One-
war has ever happened.
Yeah.
Turns out it's just a couple people fucking it up for the rest of us.
Dude, well, at least if it was two sides, I could kind of understand it. But if it's your
Yeah.
incestuous brother fighting you and the rest of the world's got to get dragged into this, like, just go punch it out at home, man. You already have the throne, you know? But
Like 2/3 of the people involved I mean, 2/3 of the leaders involved in like the First World War were all cousins. Like World War II, we had like a mercifully unrelated villain to like go up against with Adolf Hitler because he wasn't King George's cousin,
Yeah.
as far as I fucking know. Like I don't, but like
Probably something there if you dig deep enough.
yeah, we'll see. Yeah, but yeah, it's just like we had like an actual third party bad guy come in to fuck stuff up that we could all fight against, opposed to mail being too slow for you to tell your cousin not to go to war with your
Yeah.
other cousin, which is the
Yeah.
problem with
It's
World
like
War One, right?
flag against photo negative version of flag. It's just like it's like
Yeah.
it's too much, man. But anyways,
I
do
do
like
time when
that-
you fight Shadow Link, right?
Yeah. I think you'd be a good guy in the Game of Thrones universe, Jamie, because you just hate the Targaryens so fucking
Oh
much.
my god, dude. I'd probably get killed. I'd probably get killed and burned alive by a dragon or something, but
Worth
yeah.
it.
I wouldn't do well because I don't actually have a sister, so I don't think I'd get very far.
God.
Yeah, I'm not attracted to mine, so you might as well just put me in the pit with Jamie and burn me alive.
Yeah. Don't worry, we can I'll fuck Pete's sister. It's fine.
We'll all fuck Pete's sister, okay? Simmer
Leave
down,
me
simmer
out of it,
down.
fellas. I'm not interested. I don't want to go against the grain here, say anything controversial.
All right. So yeah, the conflict creates a bitter dynamic between the Targaryens and the Blackfires. It also creates like a lot more distaste for Targaryens in general. So
Question, actually, the relevant one. I'm so sorry. With Daemon Blackfire being dead, did
Mhm.
he have children and/or bastards that he could that would start new rebellions? Because 2 of his kids got killed, but did he have a third or multiple more?
there will
There's
be
7 legs to the rebellion, is what I'm guessing. so-
yeah.
Mm.
There's 5 legs officially and could be 7. So it's like
Okay.
this will keep happening. One of the
Okay.
people who is fighting actually goes over to Essos and founds the Gold Company or the Golden Company, which you might
Oh, yeah.
remember from the show. So they're
Yeah.
former Blackfire and then end up getting a lot of money and troops and end up being a big force and problem in the future. But for now they just go away. I actually didn't look up the second leg of the Blackfire Rebellion because it happens within the storyline of Sir Duncan the Tall, and I don't want to know what happens in season 2 or season 3. So,
Okay, very cool.
yeah. So, by the time you get to the show, most people don't love the Targaryens, right? Like I had that quote that I just gave you guys. They're incestuous aliens.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start saying that about like every rich person now. Like the way they act is
True.
alien enough.
Yep.
Whether or not it's literally true, that's the vibe, you know.
Yeah.
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 Incestuous alien from any rich person I've ever seen. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. First step, get some fucking eyebrows and be less damp there, buddy. And then maybe you drop the alien. thing.
Maybe we'll stop calling you an alien.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So, early life of Sir Duncan, just to find out how he actually becomes our lovely hedge knight. He starts off in the slums of King's Landing. So that's where the Iron Throne is. That is the major city capital for all the 7 kingdoms.
What are
And
the
he-
slums called? It's Rat Bottom or
Close.
Rat Town?
Flea Bottom.
Fuck. Okay, sorry.
Flea Bottom. You're close. He's an orphan.
Rat Town.
No noble lineage. He thinks his dad might have been a criminal up in the Night's Watch. He's like thinking like maybe one day he'll get to meet his dad, but he's not sure.
Okay.
He grows up extremely poor. He just does whatever he can to survive. He's killing rats on the street. He's going to battlefields and taking old half-bent horseshoes off of dead horses' feet. He's doing whatever he can just to stay alive, you know? And eventually, he gets taken in by a hedge knight by the name of Sir Arlen of Pennytree.
Okay.
So this is
Fantastic name.
very minor spoilers. This is the first 5 minutes of the show. You get to meet Sir Arlen and Dunk together. And
Okay.
Sir Arlen is passing away. And Dunk has to bury him and then take on his sword and become a knight himself.
Is he
Is
the
this
older
the-
fella?
Yes.
That picture that Pete posted of an old man offering a white monster to somebody.
I don't want to get into that, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean you don't want to get into that?
Spoilers, there's one can
Because-
of White Monster canonically in the story. Like,
Yeah.
There was a Starbucks cup. I don't know.
I just don't want you guys to keep asking about that because there's major spoilers surrounding that. Major
Okay,
spoilers.
okay,
Oh,
okay, okay,
yeah.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the
Is
white
that
monster
accurate?
comes back. That's good to know. That the white monster
Yeah.
Yeah.
plays a big role in this.
We didn't spoil it yet, but it could happen.
Okay.
So he gets taken on by Sir Arlen Squire, as Sir Arlen Squire, and he gets to travel Westeros, and he picks up all of his knightly skills and all of the values from Sir Arlen. Sir Arlen also a hedge knight. Like, they sleep under the stars. They just go from place to place, and they do what they can to make the world a little more good. And they fight in different battles.
Like, kind of a nice life. Just being like a nomadic, cool guy.
Yep.
Just, I mean, the eating rats I'm not thrilled about, but like, it just seems nice to just like camp with your boys and do good things
It's
at
pretty
like
tall, it
about
sounds
town.
like.
Yep.
Eating a frats.
Yeah.
Grow to over 7 feet tall.
Oh, that could have been my problem. I gotta call my dad after this. Like, why did you guys feed me rats?
Yeah.
One minor spoiler from the show, like really minor. It's not going to fuck up your viewing. They show Sir Arlen naked at one point, and his dick hangs to his knee. It looks like a fucking
Hell yeah.
fire hose, dude. That thing is
Hell
massive.
yeah. Eating a frats. Eating
Yep.
a frats. That's all I'm gonna say.
Could have
Yeah.
solved both my problems.
I,
My 2 problems.
Yeah, my 2 problems. Could have solved this rat meat as a child.
Never have bad days. I don't need to worry about getting scared of horror games. But boy, life is hard.
I was watching. So me and my girlfriend are eating her food. We like watch a couple episodes,
Eating our rats.
and then she goes to eat. She goes to get a second helping, and while we were watching, I snapped a picture of this absolutely massive hog, and I sent it to her while she went to go get some more spaghetti. And she opens up her phone, and there's just a giant dick on it. Made me laugh. She's like, "How do you delete this?"
Minor spoilers. Fucking Sir Arlen's hogged out. Like, what the fuck?
A super minor spoiler. You can put your jump to the timestamp if you don't want to hear spoilers. All right? The biggest clit you ever seen in your life. Yeah, you had Jimmy.
So yeah, Duncan's origins are important because he has no noble blood. He represents the ideal of true knighthood because he doesn't have the status, but he's got the attitude, and he has so much humility compared to the highborn knights. He's a hedge knight. He's a guy who doesn't have land to call home, but is a knight all the same. And that's been the primer for Knight of the Seven Kingdoms lore. I think you guys, if you haven't watched it yet, it's completely out now. I know HBO or Crave is expensive, but whenever you're able to watch it, like, just spend the 3 hours, watch it. I still haven't seen the last episode, so maybe I hate it now, but I don't imagine so because it's been so good so far.
I've got 2 more long weekends this month. You better believe I'm watching the entire thing. Probably on Friday, frankly, before I have to do anything else, because it's just like, dude, half-hour episodes. I miss half-hour television so much. It's so nice, right? Like, you were watching Stranger Things, like, most of the episodes, I saw some statistic, the final 3 episodes of Stranger Things are 80% of that season's runtime.
Yeah. It is
all
nice.
like an hour and a half fucking long.
It is nice. The only thing is I'm enjoying it so much. It's like, oh man, now 30 minutes feels short. I want a little more, but there's only 100 pages, and like I think it's Ira something is the director, and he really didn't want to go too far off of J.R.R. Martin's or G.R.R. Martin's actual stuff, because as we've seen in the past, yeah, have we seen in the past? Once you get off the written stuff, that's when the show isn't as good. So
Ira Parker.
Ira Parker, that's right. He also did House of Dragon.
Featured music, Dan Romer, the absolute goat who did the soundtrack for Far Cry 5.
There you go. There you go.
Ba-da-da-ba.
If you want more of me, Loreboy James on Twitch Tuesdays and Thursdays. This past week at time of recording, I did a silly farm game where I voice acted a bunch of farm animals. Played some Baldur's Gate.
This past weekend, at time of release, you played Reanimal with a friend of the
With
show,
Jonno. Yeah, check out our YouTube Lore Boys. You can see us. You can watch this whole episode. Go back and watch it now.
Watch it again.
Or you can see some gameplay stuff. So like we have me and Jonno playing RV There Yet, And whenever he's able to edit it, we will have Reanimal, which is a scary movie. We'll see if I get, or scary game. We'll see if I get scared or not.
A scary walking simulator. You gotta lend yourself to it. It's easier with friends, I find. You can like play off each other's mania a little.
We'll have
Pete,
fun.
Maybe.
going on with you.
At Loreboy's Podcast on Instagram, my comic, The Black Frontier, is out on Amazon. Both linked below. Thank you very much for everybody who keeps buying the comic. It's very nice.
Thanks so much for listening. If you want to support the show, consider leaving us a rating or review on your podcast app of choice. And if you want to kick us a couple dollars, we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/loreboys. It's linked in the description. If you don't trust Patreon, we do have a service which we've always offered, of course, Loreboys Prime. We have a very exciting reveal for all the Loreboys primers this week. Go ahead and sign up, and we're doing a hog reveal. All the boys, we're going to stick our hogs in stone, and whoever is able to draw theirs out first will be crowned king of the Lore Boys. So,
okay, I see.
You want the smallest. You want the smallest in Lorebonia. That's just the way it works here. All right.
At the center of town in Ohio, like it's just like we once we take over, it's just like this giant rock in the middle of town.
That'd be a
Giant
worse.
rock with a tiny, tiny, tiny little crack in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a quarter.
Instead of stockades, they just cement you to the ground with your dick in it.
Oh no!
I think that would constitute a
Lore
Boys.
Out.
Out.